everybody. Here we go. It's that time again. Matt Connarton Unleashed, and we are live from the studios of WMNH 95.3 FM in glorious downtown Manchester, New Hampshire. Also on Comcast 97 if you're in Manchester, streaming at WMNHradio.org. And, of course, let's see. This is a little bit of a little bit of confusion in the chat room. Sorry, I was just distracted by something. Somebody was saying hello to Marty, and I'm thinking, is my dad in the chat room? But anyway, yeah, so welcome. So, of course, on 95.3 FM WMNH in Manchester, on Comcast 97 in Manchester, streaming at WMNHradio.org, and, of course, on the Facebook, on the Matt Connarton Unleashed Facebook page. And you can also, if you go to mattconnerton.com and click Listen Live, all your audio and video streaming options are there, as well as contact info for the show, social media, etc., etc. And hello to our friends at Raw Talk Online. And it is Friday, April 2nd, 2021. I do want to remind you, of course, that we are proudly sponsored by the Hop Knot in the Brady Sullivan at 1000 Elm Street, right across the street. I'm wearing my Hop Knot shirt today. I have this jacket on, though, because it's a little drafty in here today. Little drafty. So, you know, I had to put the jacket on, but I do so love this jacket. I get many compliments on it. I think it was yesterday or the day before, people in the Facebook live chat were complimenting me on it. This was $30 at Burlington Coat Factory. Jenny got this for me a couple of years ago, and it's amazing deals there. And they're not a sponsor, but they should be. Burlington Coat Factory. Sometimes when I mention them, I almost slip and say Building 19, but that was a long time ago that Building 19 was around. But anyway, so the Hop Knot is open, of course. They have delicious gourmet pretzels. They have craft beer. They have wine. They have trivia night Thursday nights, etc. They have Sunday brunch. It's a wonderful place and a great family that owns and operates it. And they do everything very safely there. You know, the staff is masked at all times. They do clean and sanitize diligently, and the tables are nice and spread out. And I don't think they don't have it yet, but soon they'll have their outdoor seating set up. So looking forward to that. The numbers to call, of course, 603-250-6007. If you would like to call in, 603-250-6007. You can also text me at 617-917-4476. Tweet me at Matt Connarton, or send an email to matt@mattconnerton.com. And, of course, you can always interact and opine in the Facebook live chat. But the best thing to do so that we can hear and enjoy your dulcet tones is to give us a call at 603-250-6007. And let's say hello to everybody in the Facebook live chat. Brian Mackey, all the way from Idaho, says afternoon and happy Friday. Michael Martineau, better known as Texas Mike, is in the chat room and says good afternoon. Wayne Noel, a top fan all the way from Michigan, says afternoon and TGIF. Jenny is in the chat room and says shalom peeps. Mike Pelopita, who is a top fan from Queen City Cabinetry, another one of our wonderful sponsors here at WMNH and a big supporter of all the shows here and the station. Mike says, good afternoon, Matt. Hello, everyone. Let's see. I'm going to try to make sure I get everybody else on this other screen here, because for some reason on my browser, it's only showing me the chat room comments up to a certain point, and then it kind of ends. It's weird. Facebook is so weird and glitchy. I say that with apologies to Lord Zuckerberg. I don't want to, get in trouble with him. But Mike Sudderth, if I'm saying that correctly, is in the chat room. Mike was saying, he's the one who confused me a minute ago. He said, hi, Marty. And it's like, I'm not Marty. That's my dad. I'm Matty. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed. Who's this?
Hey, how y'all doing? It's Grant Lampton, Manchester Sun.
Grant Lampton, how are you, my friend? I met you just recently, actually, a few weeks ago over at the Hop Knot.
Yeah. So I wanted to give you a shout out. I saw you down here at the Hop Knot. I'm loading in for my typical Friday night gig here at 7 p.m.
Outstanding.
And just wanted to say hello and as you know, Kenny and the family there are great sponsors of yours, and let's go round and round and round and round and round.
Yes, absolutely. And you play there. What do you do? Like every few weeks or something? Because they've got I know that it's kind of a rotation thing on Friday nights, right? But you play at the Hop Knot quite a bit.
Yeah. I'm there every Friday night as Kenny and family allows me. I think as the weather turns here, we may go out to an outdoor situation and maybe switch to Sunday brunch. But
that'll be nice.
Works for them, I'm happy to support them. So
yeah, absolutely. And you've been here too, right? Because you've been a guest on, I think, probably more than once on Granite State of Mind, correct? With Rob Azevedo?
Yeah, Robbie's a good friend of mine. He's had me on several times, and I think that's the way you and I met, or there's a triangulation, if you can say that word times fast. But Robbie's a good friend of mine, and has kind of brought me to light here in the Queen City, and I appreciate his sponsorship and kind of fostering me as I stumble through my journey here. You know, I'm a solo musician, and I've played more here in the last year and a half than I have previously playing in bands and scraping by without. So with every tragedy comes an opportunity, right?
True. I remember you saying that to me too when I met you that time. Now, why is that? Is it because of venues can't really have bands right now, but solo artists, singer-songwriters it's just easier to pull that off with current restrictions and such? Is that the reason for that, do you think? Or
well, I can't say a reason for it. I just, when I smell opportunity, I take it. I think that, it was a weird opportunity. When the band scene opens back up, as you've seen with what Rob has done, getting bands on, full-blown bands, like these guys deserve an opportunity, but they have to make a lot more money than I do.
Right.
I stumble into a place, they give me a handful of bucks, have a couple of beers, everybody's happy. It's been a weird it's been a weird opportunity, and I want the world to get back to normal, and we can dive into politics on another conversation. But
sure.
Baseball's been a very, very good to me.
Yeah. No, that's good. I'm glad. Obviously, a lot of people have been thrown into terrible straits due to the pandemic, but some people have been able to, through resourcefulness or circumstance or whatever it's been, have been able to thrive, and it sounds like you have, and that's great. Good for you, man. Good for you.
Sure. Well, I appreciate you guys. I got to run. I got to get my stuff open. Shameless plug here for the Hop Knot.
Yeah.
If anybody out there is listening, I will be going on at 7 p.m. tonight. Thank you, Matty, and love your audience and love your show, brother.
All right. Thanks, Grant. Call in anytime. Appreciate talking to you. Take care.
All right. Good talking to you. Cheers, buddy.
All right, man. Bye-bye. All right. The great Grant Lampton, who will be performing tonight at the Hop Knot, starting at 7 p.m. Right across the street. I would love to be there, but I cannot because Friday nights, of course, as some of you know, I am the co-host on Retro Spectrum Radio, which begins at 7:30 p. every Friday night right here at WMNH from 7:30 to 10 o'clock. Retro Spectrum Radio with Paulie C. And, of course, our friend Dan Randlett also co-hosts on that show, so I'll be here for that, as I am every Friday. But I did meet Grant recently. I think it was about 3 weeks ago, maybe. I had to stop at the Hop Knot for a moment, and he was there. So, but I think he seemed familiar. I think I may have met him prior to that. I may have met him in passing when he came in to do, because he's been a guest more than once on Rob Azevedo's show, Granite State of Mind, which is, of course, live tonight at 6 p.m. here at WMNH immediately following this show. And so I think I might have met him that way first, because when I met him at the Hop Knot, it's like, I feel like I've met you before. A little bit of that deja vu. But yes, Grant Lampton tonight at the Hop Knot, our wonderful sponsor. So let's see. Let me give the numbers again, and then we'll finish saying hello to everybody in the chat room. 603-250-6007. 603-250-6007. Let's see. Abigail Gem, I see, is in there. Hello, Abigail. She says, good afternoon. Texas Mike says, so excited. I signed up for the vaccine today. First shot on May 3rd. Very nice. Very good. Yeah. Christian Lacoss signed up. I know this because Christian lives with Jenny and I now. He is our housemate. The word roommate is weird because roommate makes it sound like you're sharing a room, but we're not sharing a room. I mean, that'd be weird if we were all in the same room. Jenny and I share a room, obviously, but Christian has his own room, I can assure you. So I prefer the term housemate. But anyway, Christian Lacoss, who is in the chat as well, Christian was able to sign up late last night at, I think he signed up around the same time as I signed up late Sunday night, early Monday morning. And got his appointment scheduled. So because it's open to everybody now, 16 plus in New Hampshire. We have another call. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed. Who's this?
Hooah.
Hooah. I know that hooah. It's Tony D.
Yeah, I want to give my condolences to the Capitol officer that passed away today.
Yep. Absolutely.
I can't believe what's going on, man. It just won't stop.
Yeah.
Just won't stop.
No, I know. It's intense, especially on the backs of, obviously, on the back of what happened a few months ago on January 6th. Actually, it's weird. I was thinking about it, and I was like, wow, January 6th, that was 3 months ago now. It feels like it just happened, and I'm not sure if part of that is because of what happened today. It makes it feel like it just happened. But, yeah, it is a terrible thing. Absolutely condolences for that officer and to his family. That's terrible.
Was the National Guard down there when this happened, or was this the police that got involved?
I think it was the police. I haven't had a chance to really, we'll dive into it deeper later in the show. I'm not exactly sure. Oh, Brian Mackey says 2 officers now? I thought it was only one, but
I thought it was only one too.
Yeah. But, yeah, so I'm not sure all the details. I haven't had a chance to really. Reuters is reporting police officer and the officer and the suspect both killed in the vehicle attack on the Capitol. Yeah. Oh, Jenny says Jenny says 2 hurt, 1 dead for the officers. So
unbelievable.
Yep.
Unreal. It's just not going to stop, man.
Well,
it's not going to stop. It's sickening.
Hopefully it does.
Every week it's something new. It's every week. It's like you got like a new traumatic story to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
And it's every week.
Yeah.
It's every week. And it's not little stuff anymore.
Right. Oh, I know.
So.
I know.
So anyway, that's all I was calling for. I just want to give my condolences out there, put it out there.
All right, Tony. Well, very good. Hey, by the way, is this the big weekend, or is it next weekend?
No, it's this weekend.
I'm weekend.
Excited. I'm nervous.
Yeah, you sound more nervous than excited.
Yeah. I'm doing No More Excuses with Brian Sunday morning.
Oh, very good.
Heading out the door to go do it again.
So you're going to be on. So let's just to refresh everyone's memories. So you're making your return to FM terrestrial radio this weekend, and it's both Saturday and Sunday night, right? Both nights.
Yep.
Both
Saturday and Sunday night. It's all heavy metal happy hour, where we're going to be this week. I'm going to be doing 90s metal. So a little bit of Fear Factory. A little bit of like Cold Chamber type stuff if you're into that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But going to dive a little bit into history of 90s metal music and then new metal. So that means that I'll be talking a little bit about Limp Bizkit. And, Limp Bizkit was one of those bands that I actually enjoyed growing up when I was younger, but it's trying super hard today. They just dropped a new album out.
I didn't know that.
And, yeah, they dropped a new album in 2020, and it was so trying so hard to be like that 90s metal again.
Yeah.
And it just didn't. work.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna be talking about System of a Down, how they're coming out with a new album, and then Sergey Tankinen's also doing another solo album. So we'll be diving into his new release on what he just put out and how his vocals always stay the same.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always the same sad sounding Sergey. So.
Now what station does this air on again?
105.7 The Hawk.
In where? What market?
Jersey.
Okay. So we can probably stream that online, right? I assume they stream online for people who
I believe they're on Tune. Yeah, they got their own website, and then they got the TuneIn app, and then they got, I think, on radio.com also.
Yeah. What's the call letters?
Their call letters?
Yeah.
It's just the Hawk. That's all I know by 105.7 The Hawk.
Okay. I'm just kind of looking, see if I can find it.
So you can tune in this weekend and give a call.
I think I found it. 105.7 The Hawk WCHR. Does that sound familiar? Classic rock for the Jersey Shore?
Yep, that's them.
Okay, cool. I found it. Okay, so it's so the website, so people know who want to check it out. It's 1057thehawk.com. So 105.7. So
and then everything will be also available on their recorded list after the show. So
cool.
Just like how you do.
Yeah.
But it'll be available but without all their commercial cut-ins and stuff like that. Joey over there, he takes care of all the commercial cutouts, so it's just straight through. So
yeah, they have a nice website, very user friendly. I'm kind of a website geek. They have a very, very nice website, user friendly. It's not
IPM Nation type though.
Well, no, what is? No, this is a really nice site. You can get to the live stream very easily, which is important. And what time do you go on, Tony?
3:00.
Oh, you're on. Oh, wow. 3 to when? 3 to 7 or what?
3 to 7.
3 to 7. Very good. Very good. All right. Good for you, man. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. Congratulations. That's a big deal. That's very, very cool.
Yeah.
All right.
So, but yeah, condolences to the officer, and hopefully we see a difference in America very soon.
Yeah, I hope so. We'll get there. All right, my friend.
All right, my friend.
Great to hear from you.
All right, be good.
All right, take care. Bye-bye. All right, our friend Tony D from Philadelphia making his return to FM radio this weekend. I think Christian Lacoss wants to call in to talk about signing up for his vaccination. He mentioned something about that in the chat room. Jenny says, yeah, he drove, regarding the suspect, he drove into two officers and he got out with a knife. He was killed by other officers. Yeah, just crazy. This is, well, I mean, kind of an example of why I used to kind of think, these conspiracy theorist people, I used to think they were kind of fun. But when we've really seen in recent years the real world consequences of some of this lunacy, and I don't think that stuff is fun anymore. Like I used to have some of those people on to interview them, just people who believe crazy stuff and because I thought it was harmless and whatnot. And if it's, hey, talking to a flat earther, I suppose is still harmless, but talking to these people who, like the militia types who talk about having a revolution and whatnot, we've seen some real world examples of where, that stuff really isn't funny anymore. I used to mock and laugh at those people. Now I don't anymore. I think I'll still make fun of them, but it's different. Reuters is reporting police officer killed in vehicle attack on U.S. Capitol. So just for anyone who hasn't been following the story, and obviously this has been the big news story today, a motorist rammed a vehicle into U.S. Capitol Police today and brandished a knife, killing one officer and injuring another, and forcing the Capitol complex to lock down in an attack that police said did not immediately appear to be terrorism-related. Police responded by firing on the suspect, who died. Yogananda Pittman, acting chief of the United States Capitol Police, told a news conference that he drove into the officers, then hit a barricade and got out of the car, lunging at them with a knife in his hand. One officer was killed and the other injured, she said. Quote, "It does not appear to be terrorism related, but obviously we'll continue to investigate," unquote, said Robert Conti, acting chief of the Metropolitan Police Department of Washington. And we have a call. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed. Who's this?
Yeehaw!
I know that yeehaw. That's Texas Mike.
Yes, it is.
How are you, my friend? It's been a while.
Doing good.
Good.
Just plugging along.
Plugging along? You roping some dogies?
With work and school and whatnot, and
yes,
signed up for the vaccine today. So it's May 3rd. Hopefully that gets moved up at some point. Probably not sure if it will or not. And then I have to take two COVID tests in the next 2 weeks for travel reasons.
Oh, okay.
All right. Not really travel. It's just that for school, since we're playing a team that requires testing, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. So May 3rd, but you're gonna. You mentioned you're gonna try to move it up, and that's a good thing to remind people of in New Hampshire when you sign up. And this is something I really reinforced last night with Christian too. We were talking about it because we were both up. We're both night people. I was telling him, hey, because he got his April 30th, I said, make sure you sign back into the system now and then, because you might be able to move it up, because a lot of people have found that they're actually able to move their appointments up and get them sooner. And the way the system is set up, you don't lose your appointment that you have if you try to move it up. You can schedule a new appointment and then cancel the original one. So you're not risking losing the original appointment.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Because I want to try to have it both shots done by the time I go to Pennsylvania in May. So I want to try to have both shots done by the time I go to Pennsylvania in mid-May.
Well, when did you say May 3rd for the first one?
Yeah,
because there's if you're able to get it moved up, if it stays May 3rd, you won't be able to, because they're spacing them out 28 days unless you end up getting the Johnson & Johnson, because that one is one and done, but they don't give you a choice, or at least so far they don't. Yeah. You get what you get. But who knows? You may end up getting the J&J and then and then that's it. And then, a couple of weeks after that, you should have close to full immunity. So, that may work out. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Good. Well, I'm glad you signed up. And it's easy, right? Because that's something I really want people to know. People who haven't signed up yet, but who maybe are procrastinating on it because they don't know if it's going to be difficult or not. It's very easy and very streamlined. Did you have any trouble getting on the site?
No, I did not. I knew what buttons to press and whatnot, and just did it easy in 5 minutes. Yeah, pick the next avail or. Pick the nearest site to me, which is the one up at Snoo. So, just picked the pastry. So, it gave me an option of May 1st, but I already know I have plans on May 1st. I already know that ahead of time. Mm-hmm. So I picked for the Monday Monday after I get out of work. So
yeah. Yep, very good, very good. Well, like I said, hopefully you'll be able to move it up, but that's great. Yep, got to get everybody vaccinated so we can get past this whole thing. I miss having you in the studio, man. I really do. So yep. I'll be glad when when all of this is over and there is light at the end of the tunnel. I think we're gonna have a good summer.
Yep,
absolutely. All right, Texas Mike. Anything else on your mind?
Nope. Just prayers out to those officers, and I'll talk to you a little bit later.
All right, my
Bye.
friend. Yeehaw. Take care. All right, our friend Texas Mike. I do miss having him in the studio. I look forward to when things get back to normal here. Brian Mackey was saying in Idaho. He put a bunch of O's on there. 21 days in Idaho. So in Idaho, they're spacing it out 3 weeks. Here, they're spacing it out 28 days. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed. Who's this?
Hello, Matt. This is Ron. How you doing, sir?
Hey, good, Ron. How are you?
Very good, thank you.
Yeah.
I just want to briefly mention on yesterday's topic without repeating what was said. I saw I got a lot of backlashing over it, even on the day crew. But I just want to say, for those that are listening, look in the mirror, ask yourself, am I a hypocrite? Have I done or have I said things to anybody, and even including Eric, of things that I shouldn't have said? And two, these people, I would like to say that I touched a subject at a bad timing. But before coronavirus struck, nobody would have probably picked out on it because it was innocent and there was humor involved. Slight humor. It wasn't hilarious, but there was nothing evil about it. So that's about what I had to say. And if anybody is listening, wants to comment, don't comment. I don't care. But, I had to get it off my chest because, as we said yesterday, I had the best intent. It just came back and hit me like a knife. So with that's all, brother. Still good to hear your voice, watch your show, and even Day's show. I'll still continue watching. I just think that some people are being real hypocrites the way they chastise me, and most likely in one form or another, they've probably done something similar or said something similar.
All right, Ron. Were they? You said something about the morning show. I don't. Did it come up on the morning show or something? I didn't get to hear it.
Yeah, actually, it did. Gonzo, all in good. He's just making conversation, keeping the show going. He says, "Yeah, Ron got a little lashing last night on Matt's show." Peter didn't know anything about it, and he says, "Explain." And he started to explain, and then Daryl spoke up, saying, "Yeah, Ron's out of line, whatever." So I called in and I tried to explain what I had said, and I said it again because I wasn't ashamed of it. And Daryl said, "Oh, he said it again." So I think I think Daryl especially. I like the guy, but I'll tell it like it is. I think he's being a little prima donna about it. They've got their opinions. I got mine, and that's what makes America so great.
I will say though, Ron, isn't it better if people if you say something that people think is offensive or not appropriate for the times that we live in? Because obviously, with the rise in anti-Asian hate and violence, making an ethnic joke about Asians isn't going to go over well. Wouldn't you rather people kind of bring that to your attention and say, hey, maybe you don't want to go there, and instead of just, because what if nobody says anything, Ron? I'm not saying I think people should pile on, but what if nobody says anything, and then maybe you go repeating that joke in front of somebody who really,
something, Matt? It wasn't even a joke. It was just I don't know if it was a haiku or whatever. It wasn't even a joke.
Well, but you know what I'm saying. I mean, it's not, the times that we live in, it's just not, I'm not trying to hit you on it again. I'm just saying, wouldn't you rather?
No, I don't feel that way. And I'm a man. I can take blows and I have sympathy. I think I regret it, and I would think twice, but I just repeat what I said. Before the coronavirus, people wouldn't have cared less, and shame on them. If it means something to them now, it should have meant something to them before the coronavirus.
I disagree with you on that, Ron. I think it's still we live in very politically correct times, and whether anyone likes it or doesn't like it, we just do. So I think actually people would have been bothered by that joke even before COVID, but I think they're definitely more bothered by it now. There's an increase in that because, like I say, we've seen such a rise, and it's really coming to the forefront now, this rise in this sort of anti-Asian sentiment in this country, because some people very ignorantly blame Asian people for COVID, which is terrible and very sad that some people are so small-minded that they do that. And there's reasons why I think we've gotten to that point, but we'll leave all that to the side for now. But I disagree that no one would have been bothered by it pre-COVID. I don't think that's true. But I do think people are more bothered by it now because we want to stamp out this whole anti-Asian thing that's going on in this country. That's really terrible.
I mean, we live in a world where there's Andrew Dice Clay, there's Eddie Murphy. I mean, what I said was so basically innocent. And anyways, you know what a part of the reason I was calling, if I offended anybody at any level, I'm sorry. Probably never hear me say it again, and that's not me by nature.
No, Ron, I mean, I don't know you very well just from your calls into the show, but I certainly don't think that you have any kind of hate or prejudice in you. You just don't strike me as the type. But yeah, I mean, I appreciate that you're apologizing to everybody, and I think that's good. And just take it as a learning moment, a teachable moment. I mean, we've all said things, where maybe later we go, oh, okay, I get it now. I understand why maybe I shouldn't have done that. And, but I think you're sincere in your apology. I appreciate it. I hope.
It's water over the dam. You know what I mean? I was just going with the flow. You guys were having fun with Eric and popped in the back of my head, and I said it. I didn't give it any thought. It wasn't, pre-planned. And that's being said, I definitely apologize. And,
okay.
It's real. It's sincere. I can tell you right now, I grew up with my father. He was a prejudiced guy and stuff like that. And because of the things that I heard from him, it turned me in the opposite direction completely. And now I grit my teeth when he says something that shouldn't be said. And, I have got nothing against anybody. If you're a good person, I respect you. If you're not a good person, then you're at the bottom of the list, and that's the way I see people.
Sure. Good. And I'm
all right, my friend.
All right, Ron. I appreciate the call. Thank you.
Sure.
All right.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye. All right. So that was our friend Ron. I don't think Ron means any harm, and I think he learned something from this. It sounds like he did. So. Let's see. Eric Street, who is a top fan in the chat room, says, I got booked in for my shot May 9th, but I'll keep my eyes peeled for a sooner opening. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, and they did, by the way, I don't think we've mentioned this. For anyone, people probably generally know this, but for anyone who doesn't, today they did open it up for 16 plus. That's why, Christian was up late waiting for them to change the screening again and to update it. So 16 plus as of today. So pretty much everybody, and then eventually they'll start vaccinating kids. But I think they're still, figuring out, the efficacy of that and all that. Let's see. Dan Lavasser is in the chat room. Dan says, good day, y'all. Melanie La Liberty, am I saying that correctly, Melanie? She says, make racist jokes great again. No. We don't want to do that. We want to put that in the rear view mirror. Eric says, these times are not like 20 years ago, even 10 years ago. Right. Yep. Agreed. Absolutely. And, some people just need to catch up, and well, let me say this though. Some people need to catch up. And I think it's also important that we, because obviously I was uncomfortable with what Ron said yesterday. That's why I hit the dump button on it. And I think I explained, I tried to explain politely to Ron, and I think he gets it, why I was uncomfortable with it. and why so many of us were. But I will say this, and this is not a defense or a justification or a rationalization or anything, but one thing I do think that we need to do is some people need to catch up, and we need to give them a little bit of room to catch up. Does that make sense? In other words, I would not want to, if someone like Ron, who sounds like a good guy, he just needs to catch up. If someone like Ron says something like that, rather than just, I don't know, just verbally destroy them, which is the impulse of some people, I would rather patiently explain why it's a problem, why you shouldn't say that, why things have changed, this and that. I'd rather explain it to them and see if they're receptive to understanding that and to learning from the moment, which I believe Ron is. Now, and that's what I mean by giving them room to catch up. Now, having said that, if I had explained that to Ron and then Ron reacted negatively, like, well, you're just politically correct, or you're just this or that, don't tell me what to say, then I would have been like, okay, well, then, screw you, buddy. You don't get it. You don't want to get it, whatever, right? But that's not how Ron reacted. Ron wanted to learn. I'm not sure that he fully understood it in the beginning, but I think he gets it now. And I disagree with what he said about, and Ron, if you're listening, I'm not trying to drag this out, but I do think these issues are worth talking about, right? You've raised something that's worth discussing. I disagree. Let me just say, I disagree with the part, though, about pre-COVID, no one would have minded that joke or that whatever it was. No, people still would have. Generally, ethnic humor, it really doesn't fly anymore, just generally. Again, doesn't mean it's coming from a place of bigotry. I don't believe that it was, but maybe if your dad had said it, it would have been. I don't know. But yeah, you just want to generally avoid that now. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed. Who's this?
It's Christian.
Hey, Christian Lacoss. How are you?
Good. I've been trying to call in since like 4:15.
Yeah, been a busy day today. Busy show. Whole lot of show.
Real busy.
Yeah, a whole lot of calls.
So, yeah, like you said, I signed up for my vaccine. It was pretty easy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It was pretty easy, except for the fact that I had to stay up till 1 a.m. to get an appointment at the end of April.
Yeah, but hopefully you'll be able to move it up,
Yeah, I'm hoping so, because I just read the CDC guidelines. They said once you got both vaccines, you're good to start, traveling again, which is going to be very instrumental for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, once you've gotten, because it takes about 2 weeks for that immunity to build. So from what I've been reading, once you've got, and I think Jenny had said this too, after the second vaccine, about 2 weeks after the second vaccine, you should be close to 100%, over 95%, I believe, immunity. And I'll tell you, once we get enough people vaccinated, and they're at that point, then, we'll be able to reach herd immunity, which is great. But yeah. So, I assume, and who knows, like I said to Texas Mike, who knows, you might go that day and it ends up being the Johnson & Johnson. And then you've just got the one shot,
great. That would be great.
Yeah.
One and done. Get it done.
Right. Although the Pfizer seems to have the highest efficacy rate from what I've been reading. So I don't know. But yeah. We'll see what happens. It's not like they give you a choice. You show up and you get what you get.
Yep.
You get what you get and you go for it. I said you get what you get and you go for it. That's a line from a song. I think it's Barry Manilow or something.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've never heard that song, but dope. But in other news, I'm going back to YouTube Sunday.
Going back to YouTube.
I know. I talked to you a few times about this, about how I didn't like the censorship and I didn't like what they did.
Mm-hmm.
But there is too much going on right now behind the scenes for me to not put it out there. I'm not going to spend too much. I told you, I want to tell everybody else. I got invited. I told you about yesterday about the boxing event I got invited to fight in.
Yes.
I was trying to push. I got the call out today from some kid on Instagram. He wants to set up a match I'm aiming for June, so that's going to be exciting. I'm going to get to knock some people out, make some heads roll.
Now, is this going to be like an actual boxing match, or are you just going to meet him on Elm Street?
It's going to be. So the event's going to be pay-per-view.
Pay-per-view?
I heard from. Yep. It's ran by Barstool Sports, like I was telling you yesterday. I sent an email over to them, and I talked to the kid today, and it's all on recording. It's going to be in Sunday's video, hopefully, if I can get his consent to put it in. But dude, it was quite. This kid, like, we went Instagram Live with me today, and this kid just kept going and going and going. I'm like, dude, you're all talk right now. I want to fight you.
Wait a minute.
I don't even know you, but the stuff.
Was he basically cutting a promo on Instagram?
Basically, yeah.
Really?
Basically.
Like what kinds of
stuff? You want to call it a promo? I mean, I call it trash talking to me.
Yeah.
That's really all it was. This kid said some.
But like what?
Messed up stuff.
Like what? Like what kinds of stuff was he saying?
Oh, he's like, he made fun of my physique and stuff like that, and like everything like that. And he roasted my Instagram page because I have like shirtless pics and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he was literally doing this, and I'm on Instagram Live with this kid in the middle of the gym because I hit the gym today finally because I've been wanting to do that for a while.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, I'm literally cutting it, like I'm fighting with you while I'm running on a treadmill. You're not worth my time. And come the day, if we get the fight, I'm going to knock you out.
Mm-hmm.
It's simple.
Oh, my God.
And I really think it's a great business move for me, too, because, hey, look, I'm going to get followers from this. Whether they hate me or they love me, I'm going to get an audience for this.
Hey, by the way, Christian, not to interrupt, but Texas Mike just posted in the Facebook live chat, he just now moved up his appointment 2 weeks for his first shot. He was able to
I'm going to do that right now. I'm actually going to get on my computer.
He was able to go into the system and move it up 2 weeks. See
what I can do.
That's great. Yeah, that's awesome. Good.
Well, yeah, I'm excited. They have the event in April, but I don't think everything's going to figure itself out, and I don't want to travel down to West Virginia in the middle of April either.
April, like April now? April?
Yeah, I want to say it was the fight's April. Their first pay-per-view is April 17th. I want to say
of this month of 2021.
Yeah,
that's bizarre.
But it's like it only gives me a week to train, 2 weeks to train. So I'm like aiming for. Hopefully they have a pay-per-view they can fit us into in June.
Yeah.
June.
Well, yeah, because April, it's like we're still in this pandemic. That's bizarre that they would even do that.
Yeah. I'm stoked, too, because what they've been having is Dave Portnoy from Barstool Sports has been, like I told you, emceeing these events. And it's basically amateur boxing. People go in there with no record,
Yeah.
And build up a record. I mean, hey, if I win this too, like, maybe I'll stick to boxing. Maybe it's a good idea. I see a lot of people doing it now, and I love the sport so far. From what I've watched, I've been watching boxing for almost 3 years now because YouTubers started doing it, and then I was like, yo, as long as you don't take it as a joke, this could be a great thing to get into.
Yeah.
Because it's not faking, dude. Go ahead.
So this guy who was on the Instagram with you, is he the same age and same weight and everything, or what?
He is in the same weight division as me. I'm welterweight. He's welterweight. I'm trying to find out what his name was. I honestly forgot his name, to be honest with you. It shows how much I really cared about the kid. He's from Canada, I guess. Yeah, he's from Canada.
Oh.
And from what he said and what he's been posting on his Instagram, I mean, we're mostly basically it's car pictures and dog pictures. No, there's like one boxing video on there. He's got to be at least 23, 24.
Oh, okay. So he's older.
Either way, moral of the story is I want to knock this kid out.
Right. Well,
I mean, he does have a few wins under his belt from what I've read up and I've seen.
Oh, he does. Well, that puts him ahead of you then.
Hey, When don't I go into something as the underdog, though? You know what I mean?
Right. That's kind of your thing, right?
Yeah.
Or I guess it is now.
Oh, his last fight was 2019.
Yeah.
And it was at Rough and Rowdy 10 in Providence, Rhode Island. So that's a plus. Maybe he's been out for a while.
Yeah. Well,
I didn't know any of this. Literally, I went Instagram Live with this kid because I got the request and I saw him go live. And I was literally running on the treadmill while this kid's talking crap, and I'm talking crap back to him. And I'm like, dude, let's do this.
So Brian Mackey is asking in the chat. He says, so I'm confused. You will be fighting in mask and unvaccinated? No, because you'll be fighting in June, right?
Yes.
Right.
And everybody does have to be vaccinated. I did talk to someone who's fought in the matches in Rough and Rowdy. They do have to be vaccinated. That's
okay, good. Thing. Rocky Huber says, LOL, Christian is going to get beat up by someone from Canada, LOL. Ooh.
Take your hockey sticks and go somewhere else.
Now, can I make a suggestion? I think for a preliminary fight to get you ready for the Canadian guy, I think maybe you should fight Rocky Huber.
Okay.
And we could put that on pay-per-view. What do you think?
Yeah.
Huh?
I don't really want to waste the money.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't. Yeah, okay. All right.
Okay, so I was wrong about the date. Rough and Rowdy 14 will be April 23rd in West Virginia, which I didn't want to go to.
Right, yeah. I think that kind of event in April is a terrible idea. Now,
I mean, they had one a few months ago with, do you know who Jose Canseco is?
Well, of course.
He got knocked out in the first round by a kid who's never fought in his life.
Yeah, well, Jose Canseco's not a boxer.
No, but I'm like, you got to look up the clip of this man being knocked out. It was hilarious.
Now, what can we arrange a day where we can have you here in the studio and we can have this guy you're going to be fighting call in?
Oh, 100%. Yes, I can talk to him about it. I'll send him a message later on. Yeah.
That'd be great.
But this is all depending also. We want to fight, but like I said, it's all depending on Rough and Rowdy, in Barstool.
Oh, so
it's all depending on them.
So it's not confirmed.
If I have to get this kid to come meet me in the middle and we have to meet up at a gym and box it out, and then film it and throw it up on YouTube, so be it. I want to fight this kid, though.
Right. Scott Robinson says, I think Christian and Eazy-G should have a match and get down and dirty.
I don't think Eazy-G's in my weight class.
Oh, you calling him fat?
No disrespect.
No disrespect, no. Well, plus he is in his early 70s.
That too.
Rocky Huber says he will only fight you if Eazy-G is the guest referee. So I'm confused about something, though, Christian. So is the fight not? So the fight's not confirmed with this guy.
Not confirmed, no.
And yet we
can get a date and time.
But he's on Instagram talking trash already? I mean, that seems a bit premature on his part. He sounds like a premature trash talker. Yeah, feel free to use that.
I don't think that'll be something I keep in my arsenal of words.
Probably not. Yeah. The premature thing. You see what I was going for. It's a little clunky, I'll admit. Anyway, but he's already talking trash, and it's not even a done deal. My goodness.
Hey, I think the kid. I don't blame the kid though. He saw an opportunity. Because I commented under one of the people that are putting this fight on Instagram post, and I was like, I want to fight, pick me a fighter. I'm like, where do I sign up? And then this kid commented, and then it just went down, we just kept commenting back and forth, and the DMs, and then the Instagram Live this morning, and I was like, yo, I want this.
Mm-hmm.
And also, my friends at the gym kept hyping me up, too.
Yeah,
that didn't help either.
Well, there you go. Now,
if I get knocked out, it's their fault.
Now, Mike Pelopita is asking, will you have a catchy boxer name? Now that brings
I'm thinking of one. I don't know one.
Yeah, because that brings up an interesting point.
If you guys want to come up with one for me, that'd be great.
Yeah, because I got to be honest with you, and this hadn't occurred to me until Mike asked that question, but Christian Lacoss isn't exactly like, it doesn't exactly strike fear. You know what I mean? In the hearts of man.
I don't think it does.
You know, I think you need, you know, like maybe, or maybe it's just a matter of putting in like a nickname in the middle, like Christian the Clubber Lacoste or so. Ooh, how is that? Christian the Clubber No, I can't even say it without tripping on it.
That's a tongue twister. I'm good.
Christian the Clubber.
I can just see the ringing at it. coming to the ring. Christian the Clubber Lacoste.
Oddly enough, in my mind, it rolls off the tongue. But when I try to actually roll it off of my tongue, I can't do it. Christian the Clubber Lacoste. Oh, there, I got it. I just had to work with it a little bit. Just got to work with it. Brian Mackey is suggesting Young Thunder.
I like it.
Young Thunder. Bobby Champagne is suggesting Christian Accosted.
Oh, I like this. No,
you're right. You don't want to have been accosted.
No, because no one uses that.
Mike Pelopita is suggesting Christian the Crusher.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my first thing would be is to, you know, I'm in the welterweight division.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I'd qualify. But I don't want to. I want to get up to at least the middleweight. I don't want to fight in welterweight. Which
I'm not sure what this means. Scott Robinson says Christian on the Lacoste, or is it Lacoste?
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I don't think that's going to be.
Yeah. Now, what is welterweight? For those who don't know, what is welterweight?
Welterweight is there's divisions. Okay, there's divisions of fighting divisions per se. You know, you have your heavyweight, your cruiserweight, which I think one of the most famous people to come out of a cruiserweight division is I want to say Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
Could be wrong though. But welterweight is one of the lightest ones besides bantamweight. But welterweight is 139 to 159 pounds, and then middleweight is 159 to 184 pounds. So what I think.
How much do you weigh?
I weigh 150.
How tall are you? 6'1"?
6 feet, yeah.
Okay. Bobby Champagne says, how about Hamburger Helper? Ooh, I like hamburgers.
I would have to bulk up.
Yeah, you really live up to the name, yeah. Bobby also says, welterweight, you beat up children, I believe.
Well, what?
Children?
Basically. This kid looks like a child, to be honest with you.
No, that's Tom Gully fights with literal children.
Whoa.
We learned that recently. But
I know what we're talking about. Sorry, it took a minute for me to catch on. I mean, the good news in this one is I just got, the rules.
Yeah.
So apparently I have to wear 16-ounce gloves and a mouthpiece and a groin protector, whatever the hell that is. So I don't want to wear a groin protector. I have to have headgear on, too, which really sucks.
Wait, what? You don't want to wear a cup?
No, groin protector.
Isn't that a cup?
Wait, maybe, yeah.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you want to wear that?
Okay, maybe I should wear that then. Okay.
Yeah, it's a good idea, dude.
And says
trust
gloves,
me.
Headgear and all necessary protection equipment is provided by the promoter, which is good. But why wear headgear? Now I can't knock anybody out.
Oh, you can knock somebody out. What if they're wearing headgear?
If you manage to get a knockout with headgear, you just I don't know.
Knock somebody out with headgear. Of course you can. It's not the striking them in the head that really knocks them out. It's the jostling of their brain, which isn't really the right way to put it. But Rocky Huber is suggesting Christian the Trash Panda Lacoste.
What? I'm good.
Yeah.
This is another thing for me. One of the regulations that's good for me is contestants shall not have any previous experience in boxing, mixed martial arts, and kickboxing.
Previous experience? Well, that's a little broad. So what does that mean? Can't have any previous experience?
Well, you can't have any professional fights.
No professional fights. Okay. So this guy who you might fight, he doesn't have any professional fights. He's just had fights.
Yeah, he's just had amateur fights.
Okay,
so
right. All right.
That looks promising.
Yeah. But definitely wear a cup. You know, when because I used to do Jeet Kune Do, and we did a lot of, not only did we do a lot of kickboxing, but a lot of jiu-jitsu wrestling. And there were a couple of guys in the class who wouldn't wear a cup because they just found it uncomfortable. And I always thought they were insane. Like, what is wrong with you that you wouldn't do that? I mean, come on.
Yeah, I get that completely.
Well,
because I'm used to calling it a cup. I've never called it a groin protector.
But that's what it does. Well, there's many different names for it. Athletic protector, groin protector, cup. Those are the only three names I can think of. But yes, I mean, and I'll tell you what, we used to, when I did Jeet Kune Do, we used to play a game in the class I was in called Hell's Angels, Devil's Disciples. And we would divide into two teams, and each team had to try to get to the other side, and you had to try to fight your way through to get to the other side. And let me tell you, I took a knee to the groin once, and even with the cup, oh my goodness, I just about doubled over. Even with the cup, it still hurt. You definitely want to wear a cup. I actually wear one in my everyday life, just walking around in case like when I finish the show today and I go up to the street to Bunny's Superette there, you know, what if I take a knee to the groin from like a homeless guy or something? You always want to be ready.
You never know. It's Manchester, man.
Yeah.
I had someone come up to me in front of a bar a few weeks ago, like I told you, and decide to, throw down with me.
Right. I bet you wish you were wearing a cup. Let that be a lesson to you, young man.
No, I bet you that guy wished he was.
Yeah, I'm wearing one right now doing this show because I want to be very protected.
You never know. Peter might just come in and,
Peter might just come in
and
he might just come in and knee me in the groin. That's right. Hopefully not. That would mean I'm in trouble for something. Yeah.
What'd you do, Matt?
Nothing. So that's why I'm just going to sit here very carefully. Actually, Jenny insists that I wear it. But look, that all sounds great, Christian. We're actually approaching, or actually we're beyond the top of the hour, so we should probably take a break.
I know the day's flown by. It is 5:00.
Yes, a busy Friday show. But yes, if you can arrange. I think it would be fun, even if the fight never even gets confirmed. If you can arrange a day where you can be on the show with me, and we'll have the other guy call in or Skype in, and talk some trash, I think that would be very exciting.
Let's do it.
All right,
I'm down.
All right, good. And see if you can get your vaccine appointment moved up. It sounds like you might be able to.
Yeah, I'm going to go do that now. I meant to, but then I got sidetracked.
Yes, I understand. All right, Christian, thank you for the call.
All right, thank you.
All right, bye-bye. All right, Christian Lacoss. He's a fighter, and he's our housemate. Bobby Champagne says, I heard Matt's cup overfloweth. No, I'm Irish. Okay, what Melanie says, maybe next show he gets hit in the groin with protection and then without to find out which way is better. That's a great idea, Melanie. I don't know if Christian will go for that, but we'll see. We'll see. I'll run it by him. Well, we're going to take a break, but we do have a call. Let's grab this call because who knows? It could be the guy he's supposed to fight. We don't want to miss that. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed. Who's this?
Ron, real fast. Hey, If Christian's looking for a fighting name, the writing's on the wall right behind you. Christian Unleashed Lacoss.
Oh, I like that.
There you go.
All right, that's a good idea. All right, thanks, Ron.
Bye.
All right, bye-bye. All right, Christian Unleashed Lacoss. There you go. All right, let's take a break, and we'll play a song. And we'll show some love to our wonderful sponsors, and then we will be right back with hour number 2, Matt Connarton Unleashed. More to come. Don't go away.
Truth isn't truth.
Welcome back, everybody. We are well in hour number 2, numero dos of Matt Connarton Unleashed, and we are live from the studios of WMNH 95.3 FM in downtown Manchester, New Hampshire, also on Comcast 97 in Manchester, streaming at WMNHradio.org, and you can go to mattconnerton.com. And our friends at Raw Talk Online, hello. And, of course, on the Facebook Live, Matt Connarton Unleashed page via Facebook Live. By the way, Christian Lacoss just posted in there that he was able to move his vaccination to 4/20. So he was able to move it up. So, again, a reminder to people here in New Hampshire, if you've already signed up for a vaccination and it's a little ways out, check back periodically, log back into the site, because you might be able to move your appointment up. Because a lot of people have been able to do that, and it's very easy to do that, and you can do it without, you can schedule the new appointment before you cancel the old appointment. So it's not like you lose your original, you're not risking losing your original appointment. So from what I understand, it's very easy to do that. If you want to move your appointment up, it's easy to do. And it's very easy to sign up for your appointment. I was able to do it late Sunday night, early Monday morning, about 1:15 a.m. on Monday. I went in and I signed up and got an appointment just about 7 hours later at 8 a.m. It was great. So I had my first Pfizer dose on Monday, and I've got my next one on the April 29th, 28th, 29th. I'll have to look. Anyway. Hello, everybody. If you'd like to get in with a call, you can, 603-250-6007, 603-250-6007. You can also text me at 617-917-4476, tweet me at Matt Connarton, or send an email to matt@mattconnerton.com. And, of course, you can interact and opine in the Facebook live chat, but the best thing to do is give us a call, 603-250-6007. 6007. I want to remind you, of course, we are proudly sponsored by the Hop Knot at 1000 Elm Street, right across the street. And tonight, beginning at 7 p.m., Grant Lampton, who joined us by phone earlier in the show, he's going to be performing there. So you can check that out. We have a call. Let's grab this. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed. Who's this?
Hey, Eazy-G. Excuse me, Eazy-G.
Eazy-G, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Concerned about your health. It sounded like you were coughing or sneezing or hacking or choking or clearing your throat or maybe you were choking on some food, or I don't know what's going on over there.
No, not food this time.
No, what was it?
But anyways,
tell us later.
I was wondering, what do you think of that right to work? They're trying to pass that in New Hampshire. What do you think of that?
It fails every time, right to work, because there are enough Republicans. Typically, there are enough Republicans in the New Hampshire state legislature who are pro-union, or at least pro-union enough to vote with the Democrats to strike that down. I know they seem
to try to pass that every year. Yeah,
they try every year, and it fails every year. Yeah. So,
all right.
So that trend will likely continue. It doesn't affect that many workers in New Hampshire anyway, so I think that's kind of what I've always heard from some of the Republicans who oppose it, is that they feel it's kind of pointless. There's no reason to do it here because it would affect so few people anyway. So they end up, some of them, like I said, some of them are very pro-union by Republican standards, and they end up voting with the Democrats on it. So yeah, it's unlikely to pass.
Yeah, if you heard the hot news, a friend of mine just texted me the Atlanta. They just lost the Major League All-Star. in Atlanta, because of they lost the All-Star game, the baseball All-Star game, because of the Georgia. The MLB didn't like that Georgia passed those new voting laws. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. There are consequences for this, and
I think that's crazy.
What part do you think is crazy?
They're going to lose a baseball game over people voting for the. I think it's a little. That's my opinion. I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
I think it's great. I think it's great. I think there should be consequences for what they're trying to do in Georgia. They're trying to restrict voting rights, and to see corporations respond to this very negatively. I think is fantastic. They need to be punished. What is going on in Georgia is unacceptable, and other states as well. There is no reason to.
I think it's this backlash because Trump tried to overturn the election over there by calling somebody and say, "Hey, I want those votes on my side of the table."
Yeah, Republicans are panicked. Look, I mean, for the Democratic candidate in the presidential election to actually carry Georgia for the first time since what, 1972, I think maybe. I mean, right. They're in a panic, and very often in presidential elections, Republicans lose. Republicans have only won the popular vote in the presidential election in one of the last 8 elections. So,
all right, I wonder if Atlanta's going to lose the MLB draft because that's scheduled later on this year too.
Good. I want to see.
I don't know. That's not official, but I wonder if that's next.
I hope so. I want to see a response to this, and these Republicans need to be. I mean, there's just no. It's a solution in search of a problem. There is no mass scale voter fraud. There's no issue here. They're just doing it to discourage Democrats from voting. That is the only reason, for example, to tell people you can't hand out food and water to people waiting in line to vote. Come on. There's only one reason they're doing this. There's only one.
Yeah, I haven't heard about that story that Tony D brought up. I haven't had the TV on all day, but what was up with that latest violence in the Capitol? Is some lunatic again?
Yep. And he tried to crash the barricade, and he pulled a knife on some officers, and there's an officer who died, and a couple. And then he got shot, I guess, right? And there's a couple who are injured, and the suspect is dead. Yeah. So the last I looked, they're still not clear on the motive, but it may not have been any kind of related to terrorism, but they're still trying to figure out.
That with a knife, trying to cause trouble again at the Capitol.
Yeah. And of course, January 6th is still very fresh in everyone's minds. So
right, I wonder if he's just seems to be lately they seem to be around 20 or 21 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Seem to be young guys doing some bad things lately.
Well, they're the ones who are the most impressionable and, easily brainwashed younger people. I mean, that's not always the case, but yeah. You're right. Oftentimes it is people in that, people in their 20s, who, they fall into these, conspiracy theories or whatever it is that drives them to do these insane things where they harm other people and themselves.
Yeah, I was listening to that Christian Lacoss calling up about that boxing fight. He's been wanting to fight for a while now. He was wanting to fight me. He was going to fight Texas Mike. He's always looking for a fight. What's wrong with that guy?
I think he's got a lot of anger and aggression. No, I'm kidding. No, Christian's a great guy. And a great housemate. No, he just, he wants to box. And I think he wanted to box you because he knew you'd be a worthy opponent. You got those big muscles, everyone knows you're pharmaceutically enhanced with the anabolic steroids.
You hit me once and I'd be on the ground.
Well, yeah, with that attitude.
I'd be a weak opponent.
With that attitude, mister. Well, they do call you Glass Joe.
That's what my friend always says. The secret to success is finding a weak opponent.
Well, that is, I don't know if that's the secret to success, but it is helpful, yes, if you have a weak opponent. Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely is.
Uh-huh.
Because they were promoting talking about the Red Sox game today, and they were saying, wow, the Orioles, they're not that good today. They don't have anybody on the team that you ever heard of. But yeah, the Red Sox are losing 3-0, and they've only had one stupid hit. So it doesn't really matter, what you see on the paper. If you can't do it on the field, you can lose anybody.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of...
the Orioles have lost over 100 games the last couple of years. They've had a bunch of nobodies on the team. They used to be a real good team. They had some players that... I guess the management's not really, just not really going out there and getting players. They're just kind of, I don't know.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'll tell you what, the Orioles, I've been saying it for forever now. They got to do something about getting some players on the field or something and... maybe scoring some runs or whatever. I say that all the time.
Yeah, I know. Years ago, the Red Sox were a really bad team. When, I don't know if you remember this guy, Bob Lobel on Channel 4.
But I do remember Bob Lobel, even though I'm not a sports
guy.
guy.
Yeah, he's a great guy, a sports guy, and he used to always make fun of me. He used to bring out the red
around, right?
button, and he would press it. He says, "Time to press the red button," and the Red Sox, falling apart, the red alarm. And I'm butchering this statement, but he says, "How many times did the Red Sox win a game without scoring any runs?"
Oh,
and always the joke is 0 times.
He's still around, right? Bob Lobel, is he sick?
As far as I know, he used to have some show on Channel 38 for a while, but I don't know if it's still on. I know he's in a lot of trouble with his back.
Okay. Now, we have an update, by the way, Eazy-G, if you're interested. I know for you, the tablet might be in the rearview mirror, but in the chat room, Rob Dion says that the tablet is great after I disinfected it, LOL. No password. Now I just have to figure out what I want to do with it. The tablet is great after... Oh, okay, that got typed twice for some reason. Or it doubled, but so very good. So I guess Rob Dion. So the tablet found a good home. Eazy-G. Rob Dion.
Oh, there you go.
It sounds like
this never worked out for me one reason or another.
It went
I'm glad
from
I found a new home, and
it went from one.
It just I don't know. It just didn't work out. So I'm glad it found a new home, and hopefully going forward, it will work out for the guy. So that's great news.
It went from one entertainment reporter to another.
There you go. Yeah. There you go. And so what's the topic tonight for the Retro Spectral Radio for me to tune in tonight?
70s AM Gold.
Oh, all right.
Yes.
They used to have a show called Solid Gold, didn't they? On the TV
Solid Gold. Yes. With the Solid Gold dancers.
Yes.
There might have been some pictures of them in those magazines you
I like to watch the old Lawrence Welk on Saturday night. I was surprised to hear the other day when
Lawrence
they were talking
Welk.
about do a little promo before, and because obviously the shows are all taped.
Do you watch Lawrence Welk?
You know the show's been on for over 40 years, they said.
Do you watch Lawrence Welk, Eric?
Yeah, I used to hate it when I was a small boy, but I like to watch it now. They say it's been on. The show was on for over 40 years or 50 years.
At least, because here's why I asked.
Unbelievable.
When I was a kid, and this is 100% true, I'm not saying this to be funny, this is absolutely true. When I was a kid, my grandmother would actually make fun of my great-grandmother for watching Lawrence Welk because it was an old person's show.
Oh, yeah, back in the day when I was real small, I used to watch this guy, me and my sister, and it was, time for Lawrence Welk on. Hey, man, that show stinks, I don't want to watch that. He goes, I'll be quiet. We're watching it, and then years later, I just happened to turn it on and say, wow, I like the big band music, but years ago I didn't, so.
Rob Dion says, I'm going to use the tablet to do research for my weekly entertainment report.
Well, there you go.
See what you missed out on?
I just couldn't figure out how to use it. God knows I tried plenty of times.
You sure did.
It just wasn't a good match. So.
Uh-huh.
Scott, so I'm glad he found a new home. So there you go.
Scott Robinson says,
and you got to wrap up the show, so you have a good weekend.
All right, thanks, Eazy-G. Scott Robinson said, Lawrence Welk, don't threaten me with a good time. Yeah, no, that's absolutely true. I remember when, if my dad's listening, he'll know. He can back me up on this. When I was a kid, we'd go to visit my family in Northampton, and my grandmother would actually make fun of her mother, my great-grandmother, for watching Lawrence Welk and saying it was old people's television. That's fun. I think that shows... Eric said that show's been around for 40 years. It's been around a lot longer than that, my friend. Where do they even show that now? On PBS, maybe? That's where they did when I was a kid. Yikes. Let's see. Our friend Joe Friday is in the Facebook live chat. Mr. Friday says, good afternoon, Matt, and my Facebook peeps. By the way, Ron was out of line in this day and age, referring to Ron's joke from yesterday. Well, hopefully Ron has learned from it, like I said. Let's see. Well, let me give... Actually, let me mention this again. And then I'll give the numbers one more time. But Grant Lampton will be performing live at the Hop Knot. Bobby Champagne says Lawrence Welk is a timeless classic. Okay. Grant Lampton performing live at the Hop Knot tonight at 7 p.m. The Hop Knot, our wonderful sponsor. If you're watching online, you can see I've got my Hop Knot shirt. They have delicious gourmet pretzels. They have craft beer. They have wine. Miriam Banish says, my dad watched Lawrence Welk. Great place. They do everything very safely there. The staff is masked at all times, even out back in the kitchen, and they clean and sanitize diligently and whatnot. The food is delicious. We had the pizza pretzel recently. It was absolutely awesome. And so we're very honored and privileged to have them as a sponsor. And like I said, Grant Lampton starts tonight at 7 p.m. I would love to check it out, but I can't. I have to be here because also a programming note tonight at 7:30, from 7:30 to 10, right here on WMNH. It's Retro Spectrum Radio with Paul E.C., and I have the honor and privilege of being Paul's co-host on that program, along with our great friend Dan Randlett. And, by the way, Dan also this week getting his first shot of the Pfizer vaccine. So, so we have a lot of fun on that show. So that will be coming up tonight at 7:30. Meanwhile, at 6 p.m., immediately following this show, of course, Granite State of Mind with the great Rob Azevedo. And we have a call. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed. Who's this?
Hey, real quick, it's Eazy-G again. The Lawrence Welk is every Saturday night. Channel 11 PBS there, and it was on for a long time, but they don't tape any shows anymore.
He's probably
long gone, but they were on for like 40, dead. 50 years back in the day, huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So they got plenty of episodes, to show forever.
Well, but that sounds like a rollicking Saturday night, Eazy-G. Lawrence Welk.
Yeah, about a year ago, they had like a 3-hour special. It was great.
Did they really? A 3-hour
special? They did. Hey, I'm an older guy now, so I like that stuff. When I was small, I hated it, so there you go.
Eric, I just want to say for the record, if I live to be 100 years old, I will never watch Lawrence Welk. But I'm glad you enjoy it, my friend. I'm glad that you enjoy it. It's
a lot better than watching some of that crappy shows on ABC, The Bachelor, The Bachelor the Bachelorette's going to be on like twice this year with shows. It's like, oh my God,
that does sound unbearable.
I'm just glad that Dancing with the Stars is finally put to bed. The Tyra Banks killed it. Nobody liked that lady. Nothing against her or anything, but I'm sure she's a nice lady. But nobody liked her, and she killed the show.
That's right. I remember you saying how much you hated that program.
Yeah, well, I used to love it, but all the A stars, on the show, it's like the Bucket Challenge years ago. They raised a lot of money, which is great,
Yes, the Ice Bucket Challenge.
After a while, everybody had done it, and it's lost its luster. But they raised millions of dollars, which was great.
Yes.
But back in the day, that was a great show. They had a lot of great stars on there. They had the Brady Bunch mother on there, and a couple weeks later, unfortunately, the lady passed, but she was old.
Uh-huh.
But they had a lot of great stars on there. But after a while, you had nobody left.
Yeah.
Once they fired that guy, Tom Bergeron, yes, he was on there forever. They said, "I'll see you later."
Right.
That was the end.
Yes. The end of an era.
He's from New Hampshire, I believe, that guy.
I believe he is, yes. It was a golden era.
Years ago, they fired Ken Cale. He's one of the best sports announcers in the history of Manchester.
I say that all the time.
He's got a show on another station now. And they fired him, and he had only missed like one or two games in many seasons at the Monarchs. The games used to be on the radio.
Now, while you're still
back
on the
when
phone,
it was real popular. Of course, the Monarchs won a couple years ago, and they left and went to California.
Hey, Matt.
Eric.
Every time I go by that Stu Arena, I say, "Oh my God, that place has been closed over a year now."
While you're still on the phone, Eric, I want to get Rob's opinion. Rob, you a big Lawrence Welk fan?
Well, I just couldn't believe Eric was still on the phone. I've been listening to him since Lawrence, Massachusetts. I think from the ride up. Absolutely, Lawrence Welk, grandmother's house in Cambridge, Mass. Root beer floats. Are you kidding me? She would lay it out on Friday nights. We'd go over there. Yep, Lawrence Welk, big stuff. But then I moved on to Sha-Na-Na because Bowser was like one of my first main influences.
Oh.
Yeah. And I heard you guys talking about Solid Gold.
Yes.
Yeah, I love the Solid Gold dancers. Well, and do you remember the puppet? Eric, do you remember the puppet's name on Solid Gold?
I don't know.
She was that old puppet.
Oh, Madam something, right?
That's right.
Or was it just
I
Madam?
think it was Madam Gold.
Madam Gold.
Maybe.
Okay.
Somebody will write into you, I'm sure, in a second. I had a friend whose mother resembled that puppet so much, so I just would always bust his nuggets about, be like, yeah, geez, your mother looks just like a puppet.
I got a question for you before the show ends.
Eric, I have a question for you. How come you give Eric? I have a question for you. How come you give every other entertainment report for every radio host on this station, but you don't say a word about Granite State of Mind?
Oh,
I mean, my name's Skip.
I don't know. It's a good question, but have you ever heard
moving
of
on? Right, that's a good question. But moving on.
You're right.
Have you heard of her?
Who?
April Cushman.
Yes, of course. Yeah, sure. April, yeah. Good country artist. I think
great.
she's down in Nashville right now doing a little recording.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that your new fixation? Because I knew it was Amanda
really
McCarthy.
Good, yeah. She just did a gig in Nashville with the one and only Amanda McCarthy and a couple other friends.
The one and only. A lot of people from this area have jetted down to Nashville.
Yes.
A lot of musicians over the course of the last 5-6 months.
Yeah, she's become pretty popular there. She's got a gig over there where she's in charge, and she calls up people, and they come play for her.
Yeah, she runs an open mic
too.
or something along that
So
way.
she's really got a good thing going over there.
Who does,
I'm
April?
happy for her.
Not April. Amanda does. Eric, are you heading down there? Maybe.
Not anytime soon, though. But she's got a good thing going down there. She's real excited.
Hey, I don't want to hold you guys up, but I heard about some fight between you and Christian, and you guys are going. Is it going to be like a ring match? Is it going to be a cage match?
No, he's going to fight somebody his own age.
What I'm trying to say is, I'd like to be your corner man. I'd like to be your cut man.
Oh, there you go.
All right.
That
I'm not a fighter. I'm not a fighter, so.
He's a lover, not a fighter.
So you guys have a great rest of your show.
Thanks, Eric.
All right, Eric. Bye-bye. Oh, the great Eazy-G, Eric Agnon. Wow. No, I was...
that guy knows how to hold a call.
Yes. Well, he's got a lot to say.
He sure does.
He's got a lot to say. So I got my... I forget, are you on shot 1 or 2?
Fully vaccinated.
You are fully vaccinated.
Fully vaccinated. I got it last night. Today I'm having a little bit of the effects, but not nearly as bad as after my first one.
Yeah.
So I'm 100% huggable.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So I got my first shot Monday.
How'd you feel after?
Well, so it was interesting. Monday it was 8 a.m. when I got the shot. Because I was online like at 1:15 in the morning registering.
Right.
Because I was up late anyway. So that morning, 8 a.m., I got my first shot.
At SNU?
No, I went to Concord because that was the earliest available.
Gotcha.
So I was tired the rest of the day, but I was also running on just a couple hours sleep, so that seemed pretty normal. Tuesday morning, I woke up with a headache.
Yep.
But I get sinus headaches anyway because it's spring, so it might have just been my allergies. I don't know. Wednesday, I got tired really early. I laid down at about 8 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
I told Jenny I'm going to take a nap. I didn't get up until the next morning.
Really?
So and I know that from what I read, that's a very common side effect.
Well, as far as having a side effect from that, yes, for COVID, after having COVID for weeks on end, at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, it felt like it was 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
My energy level just plummeted.
Yeah.
But, but they're saying this entire state's going to be fully vaccinated by the end of May.
Isn't that amazing?
Fully vaccinated. Thank you to the governor and all the workers. And I'll tell you, I was up at SNU, got my shot there again yesterday. It is running seamlessly.
Yes.
So,
yes.
And
people who are signing up now, too, are finding they can already move up their appointments because Christian had his scheduled for the 30th of April.
Right.
And he already moved it up to the 20th.
That's a great sign.
Yeah.
That's a good thing that it's getting done. So
absolutely.
Yeah, so looking forward to it. So if the whole entire state's vaccinated by May, then hopefully the whole state will be opened up by then.
Yeah. I think we're gonna have a pretty normal summer.
That'd be nice.
Yeah. We've got we've kind of got a surge in progress here that we've got to get through.
Mm-hmm.
But once we're through that, and most people are vaccinated, I think we're gonna be all right. So, but so I've got my second shot, I think on the 29th Jenny will have hers only less than 2 weeks from now.
That's great.
And she'll be fully vaccinated. So, yeah, we're getting there.
We're getting there, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
Good job, everybody.
Yeah. I got a
It
call.
took more than, 15 days, but wasn't that what Trump said? Is
15 days to slow the spread, yeah.
That's it, man.
Be gone
then
by,
it's going to
be gone by Easter. You couldn't wait to see
Easter
those,
2020.
Couldn't wait to see those church pews packed.
Oh, yes.
Easter 2020, yeah.
Yes, sir, man.
Oh, my God. I got a call earlier from Grant Lampton.
The Grant Lampton?
Yes, because he's going to be playing tonight at 7 at the over at the Hop Knot.
He's great. I was just over there watching him last Friday after my show. Popped over there for a couple pops.
Excellent.
And Grant, he does a great job down there. Love the bartenders down there. Everybody, what a great sponsor of the show. And even if they weren't a sponsor, it's such a nice place to go.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. No, we love them dearly. And, I'd like to go see Grant play. I can't because I got to be here tonight for Retro Spectrum Radio.
Oh, yes, sir. But he's around all the time. He plays all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I might have told you I met him at the Hop Knot a few weeks ago. He and I happened to stop in there at the same time. But I think I might have met him before too.
He's been on this show.
He's been on your show.
He's been on my show a bunch of times.
Yeah. What do you have going tonight?
We have a band, a power trio from the Seacoast called Kong Moon. Like King Kong Moon?
I have not heard of them.
Yeah. I had been looking up. I was trying to branch out a little bit outside of, Greater Concord. So found them, listened to them. They sound great. They're currently downstairs at Margarita's having a little something to eat. But they'll be on from 6 until 6:30. They will not be spinning their own tunes from 6:30 to 7. I will be spinning the tunes. And that's the whole show this week. But we are now booked for this takeover thing through June. So if you're an artist out there that wants to come over to the station at 6 o'clock on a Friday night and you want to join me, play for a half an hour, and then play your own tunes that you choose the selections from 6:30 to 7. So hit me up if you're around.
Yeah, not everyone. Are some people just shy about it? Like they just
one person turned me down. I would love. I mean, I get to do this as a gig, but I mean, I think it would be so much fun.
Yeah.
One person. Hunter wasn't interested in it.
I was going to say, I know Hunter didn't stay.
Yeah, no, they weren't into it. Yeah. But whatever, what am I going to do? It's only rock and roll, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Who did you have last week? I forget.
I had, Earthmark. 2 members from Earthmark, Brad and Nick Burns. And I listened back, finally, I got a good recording down. They were just really, really delicious performers, musicians, just really good people. And the rush I get out of it is how psyched they are when they're done. And you know what I mean? Yeah. Me and you might be, to be on the radio now after a few years, we're kind of used to it, but it's still very cool.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I still love it.
Yep, me too.
It'll be on Sunday. It will be 4 years. It'll be my 4-year anniversary here at WMNH.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
You do a killer job every single day. I have no idea how long I've been here. Maybe 2 years, maybe 3. I don't know.
I thought you were here before I was here.
Possibly.
No?
I don't know. The time just ticks by.
Yeah. I think you were here before I was.
Think so? Maybe. I started upstairs on the 4th floor. Did you?
I did, but when I came on, it was close to the end of us being up there because I don't remember being up there for very long.
Yeah, I was up there. I only had a few performances up there.
Might have been around the same time, but yeah.
But every musician that comes in here, they love the studio.
Yeah.
They say it's nice and big. It's great. So Kong Moon tonight, 6 o'clock, Granite State of Mind, 95.3 FM.
Outstanding. All right. Thanks, Rob. Make sure you stick around for that. And on that note, I'm going to begin to conclude. If you missed any part of this show, it'll be up in just a little bit at WMNHradio.org and, of course, MattConnarton.com. And I will be back later this evening at 7:30 p. for some Retro Spectrum Radio with Paul E.C. And our friend Dan Randlett will be here as well. He also getting his first shot of the Pfizer vaccine this week, so that's good. We'll have to find out what Paul's status is with that. I don't know. Let's see. All right. Oh, hello to Stephen Philbrook in the chat room. Hi. If I missed anybody in there, thank you all. Thank you everybody who called in today. It was a very busy show, and I am going to leave you with a little bit of Tom Cochrane. But since we were talking briefly with Christian about Canadians earlier, And all right, that's it for me for now. I'll talk at y'all a little bit later. Bye, everybody.